To open CloudTrail service, first you have to search CloudTrail. So you can see the track user activity and API usage. Okay. So we can monitor our identities. So we have three types of identities. What all are? User, group, role. That's it. So here you can see that I have been already created 2 trials yesterday itself. I'll show you how to create a CloudTrail. Okay. So for that we have to click dashboard, and we'll be get the same page, and we have an option over here, create a trail. So just click on create a trail. So first we have to provide trail name. So we can put any name. So I'm going to put production environment. So this is my production environment trail. Okay. So what is this option? Enable for all accounts in my organization. What is it? Okay, first of all, what is organization? See, consider in your organization. So consider in your organization you have 10 accounts. So how are you going to manage this 10 account all together? By using organization. See, this 10 account will have a bill rate. So you have to pay this bill each account or like all together. How are you going to do that? All together. So for that actually we require a centralized solution, right? So we will create a organization account, and that is a AWS account only, but we will create a primary account. Okay. So in that account we will attach all other secondary accounts. Okay. So then we will create a organization over there. Okay. Let me show you that first. Okay, listen please. So here you can see that so I will create, so I have a 3 account over here. Listen please. So this is my primary account. So total I have a 4 account in my organization: account 1, account 2, account 3. Okay. This is account 1, account 2, account 3, and account 4. So I have a total 4 account. Okay. And what I will do here, I will create a organization service over here. Then I will attach all my account. So I hope you remember, because already we discussed about this service and already we done the lab and all. Right. Okay. So I will attach these all services together, which means account 1 to account 2, account 1 to account 3, and account 1 to account 4. So now I created an organization. So by using this account, I can manage these 3 accounts, right or wrong? So can I restrict root user privilege?
Yes.
How? No. So that's my question. Can I restrict root user privilege? See, this is my primary account. So now I'm managing this 3 account by the help of this primary account, right? but I can restrict root user privilege. But how? That's my question. How? What is the policy name? SCP. What is SCP? Service Control Policy. So I can go to my like organization account, then I can create a SCP policy, and that is going to restrict all the user privileges. Okay. See, consider this CloudTrail I created in my organization account. Okay. So then I can enable this option. See. So we have an option over here, enable for all account in my organization, which means all account will be have a CloudTrail, and the data will be generated and it will come to our organization account. Okay. So by using this organization account, we can manage all our account. That's it. So just write it down. Write it down. Organization trail. Organizational trail. Organization trail. It will collect CloudTrail event from. It will collect CloudTrail event from all your account and store in unified S3 bucket. See, we will create only one S3 bucket. Then we will collect all the log from different account. We will collect all the logs from various accounts. Then we will push into one S3 bucket. Okay. I hope you understood. Organization. It's called as organization. Okay. Nibara, what is a CloudTrail? How? How is accessing? Through API, Application Program Interface. Then Nibara, what is a CloudWatch? Okay, sir, is there example? So can you give an example for that? S3 or EC2 then? So can I monitor CloudWatch? Sorry, CloudTrail?
Yes.
Yes, we can monitor CloudTrail as well. Okay? Okay. So next I'll go to the console again. Listen. So next, storage location. So I can prefer where I want to store my log file. Either I can create a new bucket or else I can select existing bucket. Okay. So I'm going to create a new bucket. So we can provide name. So I'm going to provide my new trail. We can provide any name. Okay. New trail destination. So beneath they have an option log file SSC KMS encryption. What is it? Key management. What is it? I didn't get. See, you want to encrypt your data, right? How? By using this key only. Okay, either you can go with the log file SSC, server side encryption key management service, or else say we can go with that option. And what is it? Customer managed AMS key or existing. What does it mean? See, either you can create your key or else you can create a new key by using KMS service, key management service. We have two options, new key or existing key. If you already have your key, then you can go with the existing key. If you don't have your key, then you can create a new key. Okay? Next, additional settings. What is a log file validation? Any idea? No duration. So it will check the integrity. For example, after you storing the data on S3 bucket, some user has been broken into account and he's deleted that, or else he do some modification. To check that, we have to do validation, right? Okay, so write it down, log file validation. So these all are very important. So they will ask, okay, what is a CloudTrail and what is log file validation? What is the organizational trail? Okay, write it down, CloudTrail validation. Sorry, log trail validation. Sorry, log file validation. My bad. The CloudTrail log file. The CloudTrail log file. Integrity validation process. Integrity validation process. Also let you know. If a log file has been deleted or changed. So we need to determine whether the log file anybody has been changed or not. or anybody deleted or not. For that actually we using log file validation. So that is going to check the integrity of our file. So I'll repeat once again. CloudTrail log file integrity validation process also let you know if log file has been deleted or changed. So commonly we will call it as integration. Okay, integrity. Okay? മനസ്സിലായോ? നീ ഒന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അല്ലല്ല ഇത്. What is a log file validation? മനസ്സിലായത് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. What is a log file validation? ആര്? Anybody, any user. See, after you pushing the log into CloudWatch or S3 bucket, see, someone will come to that account, they will delete the log, right? Or else they will do some modification, right? So to identify that, actually we have to do integrity check. So that is called log file validation. That's it. So next we have an option SNS notification delivery. What is it? Simple notification. Okay. So whenever you getting new CloudTrail, automatically it will send a notification to your mail address. Okay. So either we can configure SCS or SNS. We'll discuss what is SCS later. So then CloudWatch log, what is it? See, we discussed, so we can monitor CloudTrail logs in 3 ways. 3 ways. So what are the 3 ways? 3 ways. S3, CloudWatch, CloudTrail. See, S3 we already selected, right? So automatically that will push to S3. Here you can see that I selected my S3 bucket and my destination as well. So here you can see that if you want to push the log into CloudWatch, that also you can do. So for that you have to select enable. Then you have to create a log group over here. Okay. For example, I'm going to create a log group by new trail or my production server log, whatever. You can just you can just create any custom name over here. Okay. And it will create a log file on the same name in CloudWatch. Okay. That's what I'm telling. We can monitor CloudTrail by the help of CloudWatch. Okay. So I will deselect this option. So at last we have an option tags. We can, if you want, you can select tags as well. So let me just click next. Okay. I will deselect this option because I don't want to encrypt. Next. Okay. So next we have 3 types of event in CloudTrail. The first one is management events, and one thing. So please trust on this point. Management event by default it will be enabled. Okay. We have a management event, data event, and insight event. Management event by default it will be active. It means by default it will be selected. Okay. But if you want, you can select data event as well as insight event. So write it down, management event. So we have to understand what is a management event. So write it down. Management event provide information about management operations. Information about management operations. That are performed on resources in AWS account. So management event, I'll repeat, management event provide information about management operation that are performed on resources in your AWS account. So consider you have a server. So one user broken into account and he's trying to delete that virtual machine. So that is a management event. Okay. So consider you have a AWS account and one user is came to your account and he's creating S3 bucket. So that is a management event. Okay. So next point. These are also known as control plane operation. So randomly we will call it as control plane operation or data plane operations. Okay. So this is randomly we'll call it as control plane operation. So write it down. Management event. So these are also known as control plane operations. Example, you can write down 2 example as well. Who access into AWS account. So who access into AWS account at a particular time. For example, so you go to an event at evening or night 1 o'clock. Someone is trying to access your AWS account. That is going to monitor over you. That is going to create a file. Okay. So you can identify who is accessing your AWS account and what all activity is done at that time. Everything you can find it out. So write it down who is accessing to AWS account. Second one, changing configurations such as route table, security group. Also we can identify. the user is changing anything over there, it will be send a notification for the user. So next, data event. So we have a 3 event. What all are? Management, data event, insight event. Okay. Second, data event. You should not forget after this class. Okay. Data event. Data event provide information about resource operations. Write it down. Data event provide information about resource operations. Resource operations. Data event provide information about resource operations performed on or in resource. Performed on or in resource. Next point, these are also known as data plane operations. These are also known as data plane operations. We have a control plane operation. What is it? Management event. And we have a data plane operations as well. What is it? Data event. Right. So example, write it down. S3 bucket operations. If anybody is trying to get your bucket, or if anybody is trying to delete your bucket. So there is a S3 bucket operations. Okay, resource based operations, or lambda based operations, or EBS based operations. Anybody is trying to access your EBS volume. So that is EBS operations. That is not identity based, resource based. Okay, 3 example you can write down. S3 bucket operation, a lambda, then EBS. So last one, insight event. Last one, insight event. So write down, if you have any insight event enable, if you have insight event enable, and CloudTrail detects unusual activity. If you have insight event enabled on your account and CloudTrail detects unusual activity. Okay. So consider example. So somebody is deleted 20 buckets at a time. So that is an unusual activity, right? Okay, that will be detected by using insight event. And CloudTrail detect unusual activity, comma, insight events are logged to different folder. Insight events are logged to different folder or prefix in the destination S3 bucket for your CloudTrail. So I'll repeat, insight events are logged to a different folder or prefix in the destination S3 bucket for your trial. See this management event and data event, so that will be stored in a single folder or single file. Okay, but when you enable this insight event, that is going to store in it as a different file or different folder. Okay, where is it? Folder or prefix in the destination S3 bucket. Prefix in the destination S3 bucket. So when you enable data event and management event, so that is going to store as a single file or in a same directory. But when you enable this insight event, that is going to store in a different file or different folder or different directory. So that's a different. So now I'll go to my CloudTrail again. Then I'll show you the demo. Okay? Done? Okay. So if you want, you can write down the example. Example, what is unusual activity or how is going to detect? See, 20 buckets deleted at a time or multiple time authentication failed to access resources. So at that time it will be considered as unusual activity happened. So it will block his account or whatever it can be. We can do some actions over there. So we can create lambda and we can trigger lambda as well. Okay. So I'll go to CloudTrail again. So I'm not going to enable data event and insight event. If you want, you can enable that. Okay. Enable, yeah. So we can. So I'll select data event. Then I will select insight event. Okay. So come down. So I'm going to select API. For management event, I'm going to select read and write operations. And data event, I'm going to select S3 bucket. We can select S3 bucket or S3 outpost, DynamoDB, Lambda, whichever the services you want. So I'm going to select S3 object Lambda. Then log all events. Then selector name, that's optional. Okay. So then choose insight type. All call API. We have to select at least one insight type one is API call rate, another one is API error rate. Based on the function, it will trigger the logs. Okay. So now I will select only one option over here, management events. That's enough for this experiment. Okay. Let's create a CloudTrail next. So let's review this, then create a CloudTrail. So successfully we created CloudTrail name production trail, right? Okay. So next I'll go to CloudTrail dashboard, or else you can go to event history. Okay. So write it down, event history. So write it down, event history. So what are the three ways we can analyze the log? S3? Cloud what? CloudTrail. In CloudTrail we have an option, Cloud Event History, CloudTrail Event History. So there we can analyze the log. So write it down. CloudTrail Event History provide. CloudTrail Event History provide a viewable and searchable, searchable and downloadable record of the past 90 days and downloadable record of past 90 days of CloudTrail events. So that will only provide past 90 days CloudTrail events. Okay, recent 90 days CloudTrail events. Okay? No. Done. So I'll repeat, CloudTrail event history provide a viewable, searchable and downloadable record of the past 90 days of CloudTrail event. Then second, you can use this history to gain visibility. You can use this history to gain visibility. You can use this history to gain visibility into actions taken in your AWS account, into actions taken in your AWS account in the AWS management console or AWS SDK or AWS command line tool. See, for example, one of my users is trying to access AWS account by using AWS command line tool. So that also will be monitored over here. I'll show you that. I'm going to create a bucket, then I'll show you here. Okay. AWS management console. So the user is accessing through management console, maybe is accessing through SDK, any ID, integrated development kit, PyCharm or NetBeans, any ID. Or the user is trying to access through command line interface or any other services. Everything is going to monitor. Okay. The primary purpose, so that is going to monitor identity actions. Okay. Any doubts? Then I'll head over to the demo. Then I will try to create a bucket. I'll show you. AWS management console, AWS SDK. Okay? ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് രണ്ടോ എഴുതിയാൽ മതി, പ്രശ്നമില്ല, മാർക്ക് ഒന്നേ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. Okay. So listen. So see, you just need to click event history. So I'm going to click event history. So in event history, you will be able to find all the events happening on your account. See, so now we're going to find out actually who done what. Okay. So for that, we have an option over here, lookup attributes. Okay, you can just click on lookup attributes. So here actually we have a lot of attributes. For example, we can search by using access key ID or event ID or event name, or else you can search by name as well. For example, I just want to analyze what all thing happened by using Mike user. Mike user actually is a user. I already created that user in my AWS account. I want to analyze his activity, what he is doing in my account. Okay, so we can click username. So then I will search for Mike. Enter. And you can see that username Mike, right? So I will open this, create a user. Actually, he's created a user when he created a user. January 17, today only, right? What time? Okay, 118. Okay. So I'll do one thing. So I'll try to create S3 bucket by using my command line tool. Okay. So the same activity will be listed over here. So within couple of seconds. Okay. So as of now, you can see that if I refresh, See the last activity, that's a create a user, right? So I'll go to my command line tool, then I'll create a S3 bucket by using mic user. So here I created a user, username is a mic. Okay, already created a user, then I integrated my command line tool. Okay, so how to create a S3 bucket by using command line tool? AWS S3. No, because I have been already configured everything. AWS S3. Is it? Is it? No. AWS S3 then. No. MB. What is MP? Make a bucket. Then S3. Then slash. I am going to create a bucket over here. So let me create January 17 new bucket. One random name. Okay, January 17 hyphen new bucket. Hit enter. So now you can see that I created a bucket. What is the bucket name? January 17 new bucket. Right. So within couple of seconds, and we'll be get one cloud trial event over here. So this mic user has been created one bucket January 17, and this time will be there like a 216 whatever it is. Okay, and which IP address and what is the bucket name, what is the action, everything we can find out. Okay, so let's wait. So let's wait 1 minute. So the last action you can see that create a user. See, if I click on create a user, you will be able to find which user is created and what is the IP address. Okay. See, first time you can see that user. What is the username? Mike. What is the event name? Created a user. He created a user. Okay. And event source IAM. Through IAM he created a user. Then he used this access key. And what is the IP address? 157. This is my geo IP address. Okay. You can see the IP address. Which IP address you used to create. Then you can see the region. After you can see the activity as well. What is the username? What is the username? Alex. He created a user named as Alex. Okay. And you can see the JSON format as well over here. Any doubt? Okay. So let's wait to create that event. Event history. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, listen. So I got a cloud. See, listen. So I got an event over. What is the event name? Create a bucket. So it hardly only took 1 minute, right? So I will click on this create a bucket. Before you have to check the time. What is the time?
40.
What is the 40? 2 o'clock. 2:60. The same. You can see that 2:18 now, right? So I'll click on this event create a bucket, and you can see that what is the IP address now? 157, because I'm using same IP address, see, gigabits. Okay, if I'm using a piece of network, then the IP address will be different. I'll show you that. Okay. So then you can see the activity. What is the activity? Create a bucket, and he was using this access key. What is the access key ID? J4V, right? I'll go to my command prompt, then AWS configure list. So what is my access key ID? What is my access key ID? J4. You can see that 7J4V. So we can identify which access key ID used to do this activation or do this performance. Everything we can find out. IP address and which user and what he done. Everything we can find out. See, if I go to activity tab, you can see that he created a bucket. Bucket name is January 17 new bucket. Okay, we can analyze like everything, whatever you want. Any doubt? എന്ത് കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല, അതൊന്നും കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ബക്കറ്റ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തല്ലേ. ഓക്കെ, എനി ഡൗട്ട്? നോ. Same as let me go to S3 bucket as well. So we'll be able to find one log file over there. S3. I'll go to CloudWatch as well. So January 17 it's created, right? So what time? Where is it? One minute. This one, right? January 17 new bucket. This bucket has been created. So we supposed to give a log as well. See, what is our log destination name? My new trail destination. And I'll open this. And you can see the log file over AWS log, and then you will be able to find the ID, account ID. So inside account ID, you'll be able to find CloudTrail logs or CloudTrail digest. We have to go to CloudTrail logs. Then region, we can see that either you can select AP South or EU West, whatever it is. Okay. And once you enable CloudTrail in any region, then automatically it will be available on all region. So I'll show you that. I'll go to my CloudTrail Northern Virginia region. It's already enabled, right? Okay. I'll go to another region. Let me just open new tab. So I will open any another region. Okay, for example, California. Okay, second US West, and you can see that automatically it will be available in second region as well. So we no need to enable that. Okay. So you can see that. Okay, let me just refresh this. Go to event history. So you can see that automatically it's available on our another region as well. So we no need to enable this. Okay. So let me go to CloudWatch as well as show the log group. So go to log group and you can see the logs over here. Metrics we can create from that. So by default we'll be get a log group. See AWS CloudTrail logs. I'll open this and you will be able to find all the logs as we generating. See, I'll open this log. See, and you can see that all logs over here. Same as Apache, like we created Apache push log to or a script, CloudWatch, right? The same you can see over here. Any doubts regarding CloudTrail? Then we'll discuss tomorrow, like regarding CloudWatch. Any doubts?